Okay, and let me just make sure we're all set. Okay, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm hanging. You got a good mic there. What mic is that?
It's a Yeti one, and of course it probably can pick up my screaming dog in the background. Barney, shut up!
Well, we love animal cameos, so if they.
Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna start up with them. It's just the when I want you to come here, you won't, right? You're just gonna sit there.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm sure it'll jump up at some point.
He'll make an appearance. Oh no, here he is. Here, come here. Come here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, how cute! Oh my gosh, he's got a little Halloween scarf on him. Oh my god, how cute! Oh my gosh, guys, everybody's loving him right now.
Yay!
Aww, so squishy.
All right. Let's see. All right, you made your appearance. You made your presence known.
You made your presence known. All right, guys, you can start your questions for Ruby. Feel free to start them up. Oh, everyone's just like bugging about how cute your puppy is. Aww. So DJ Run has a question for you. Favorite moment with A, B, or Z, meaning us. This can be on the road, backstage, or in the ring.
Dang, you're hitting me with like a really hard one right out the gate. Favorite?
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Most of my favorite memories with Zelina is watching her promos and seeing like her attitude come out like throughout. I think when she called somebody, you call her Two Buck Chuck.
Yo, yeah.
She did it with like such a sass, and I'm like, I know that sass. And Alistair, I think definitely when I first got there, he was really new to the roster too. Not as new as I was. Obviously, I was just getting there, but we had a lot of road trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Together and like right in the beginning. So yeah,
that's so cool.
Those were good times. Like early on, just learning the WWE and everything that came with it. So, and it was nice because he, worked the indies too. So it was nice to have somebody who knew both backgrounds.
Absolutely.
Too, so
yeah, hell yeah. I love when anytime I'm doing something and I don't realize that it's very I don't know what the word is. I guess sassy if you want to call it that.
My favorite thing.
But you're always the person to catch me though. Like
it's so good though. It usually comes with like a hip hop. I can't do it because you're better at it than I am. It usually comes with like a hip hop and like a cock of the head and like kind of like an excuse. That is probably, and I always see it in the promos, like I'll catch it. There's like a moment of just like sass and just makes me smile so much.
Oh, I love that. And then like, especially if I get scared, like what was it? Someone scared me recently, and you're like, oh my god, that was the best thing.
I think it was Titus.
Yes.
It scared you half to death. And I was fearful for him. I don't often think that I would ever say that, but you were not like your fists were up. You're like, oh.
Oh my god, I was so mad. Oh my god, but a daughter awards is asking, what are your favorite bands growing up?
Okay, so it depends on what you mean by growing up, because I just did a video on my YouTube channel that went through like the many phases.
And please plug that. Please plug that. Let everybody know what it is.
Yes. Hooligans Unite is my YouTube channel. You can find it. Please subscribe. I'm very close to $20,000, which I'm very excited about.
Hell yeah.
I'm just getting used to technology, so that's like a big deal for me. I put up new videos on what I call Ruby Tuesdays. I just did a video recently where I had my mom and my cousin and my best friend growing up send me embarrassing pictures, and I had somebody else make a slideshow of them, and I got to react to them like in real time and filmed it. And so there were a lot of phases that I went through. So it just depends on what you mean by growing up. Because if you want to go way back, it was like Spice Girls and
Hell yeah.
Backstreet Boys. Those were like my favorite two. Me and my friend growing up used to argue over who got to date Nick. Like, nobody really got to date him, but like whose boyfriend was it? And like I never won. I always got stuck with Brian. Nothing wrong with Brian, but and then I found out that AJ from the Backstreet Boys, we had the same birthday. So actually, he and I were always meant to be.
There you go.
You know? So yeah, that when I was really young, that's what I listened to the most. But then when I first started listening to punk, which was around like my late teenage years and stuff, Rancid's been one of my favorite bands for a while. But like some of the first stuff I listened to was the Misfits and the Dead Kennedys. Were like the two first punk bands I was ever introduced to, and then I kind of branched off into different genres and stuff that I liked, but those were like the first two that really like introduced me into like punk rock.
Hell yeah. Lance is asking, what was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo? Oh no. So I'm not gonna show it to you because it's like on my back, like above. Sometimes you can see it, like most of the time my gear covers it up, but it's like right where my belt line is.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it when I was, I think, 16 or 17. It was a present from my cousin, my older cousin. And so my dad's not a big fan of tattoos. So I wanted to get something in honor of him to kind of soften the blow of getting a tattoo. I'm like, if you can't be mad if it's for him. So I got the music notes to What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong, which is what he used to sing to me when I was a kid. I found the music notes and I wrote them out. Like I wrote them like in the measure and whatever of like the chorus of it.
Yeah.
And I gave it to the dude and I was like, hey, can you make this cool? And instead of actually making it cool, he just put what I drew on a piece of like the transfer paper and then put it on my back. But I was so new to tattoos, I didn't know like that's how it's actually gonna look.
Right.
Like he's jazzed it up somehow and it's on my back, so I can't see what he's doing until it's done. And I realized I just drew my own tattoo.
Oh my god.
At the time, it was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm like, oh, I have a tattoo. Like, no, this is the worst drawn tattoo I have on my body. But it was the first one. My dad was like, oh, okay, that's it. And then I just did this.
Just grew from there.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Ronnie Mack is asking, can Ruby tell us about her love for French toast crunch?
Oh, okay. So when I, like WrestleMania weekend, 2 years ago, I think, it was the first time I was ever on Up, Up, Down, Down. And it was like the best time ever. I loved it so much. And we were having like a very 90s based conversation. We were talking about our favorite cartoons and everything like that. And then our favorite cereals got brought up. And I said that when I was a kid, French Toast Crunch was my favorite cereal. And Xavier thought I meant like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Right.
I was like, no. French Toast Crunch. They were shaped like little pieces of
French
bread,
toast, right?
And they tasted like French. It was
the
best cereal. And it's so good. And they only had it for like a very limited time. And like midway through the interview, one of the guys behind the camera says, it's back. And me and Xavier both at the same time, it's back? And I don't joke about that. Don't joke about that with me. And they were talking about it, and they were talking about what they were going to do for me because I did the interview. And a few weeks later, it's on the Up, Up, Down, Down YouTube channel.
Amazing.
Check it out. As a present for doing the interview, Xavier brings me a Golden Girls t-shirt and a box of French Toast Crunch. And I have never been so happy in my whole life. And I don't see it very often. I haven't seen it since, but a lot of people like tag me in it on Twitter, which makes me so happy that like the first time thing people think about is me when they see that. But it is a great, great cereal. I love it.
So yeah, now that's what I'm going to think of when I see it.
It's so good. You've never tried it before.
Oh. There he goes.
It's so comfortable.
Oh, he's looking at you.
He's like a part of the animals.
It's like, hello, what is your favorite cereal?
Yes, I'm here. Do you have any questions for me?
Sandman 1469. Okay, Thea, English 1469 is asking favorite match that happened outside of WWE.
Ooh, hard. That one's difficult. I'm trying to think. Oh my goodness. It feels like an eternity ago.
Yeah.
When I was an independent wrestler. It feels like a different lifetime. My favorites. I don't know if I can really peg one. I can peg I really enjoyed the promotion Alpha One up in Canada.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I had a lot of really fun matches there that I never really anticipated, like having matchups with like people that I never really anticipated having. So I really like a couple of them from there, definitely. And then my like hometown promotion was in Chicago, which was AAW, and I had some cool ones there. I was the first female in history to win like their like. It was their Heritage Championship, so it was like their secondary championship.
That's
and
awesome.
I was the first female to ever do that. So
Hell
that was
yeah.
a pretty cool moment. Probably that match was sweet because then like some of the boys in the back came and like lifted me up and stuff. So that was a cool moment.
That's really cool. I love that. Yeah. Shadow A is asking, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Ooh, y'all. So probably like my favorite for pretty much for like ever. It's difficult because I started watching wrestling like a lot when I started to do it. So I started watching wrestling around the time I was 19. But when I first started watching wrestling, I started watching like in the independent women. So as far as women go, some of my favorite wrestlers were Sarah Del Rey, Sarah Amata, who was the coach in NXT, Daisy Hayes, and Awesome Kong. And but my favorite one, hands down of all time, was Mischief.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Yeah, Mischief was so great. I love her. And I feel so bad because we were talking about my favorite match in the Indies. I feel so bad because the two matches that I had two matches with her, but I was very, very early on, and I was very, very nervous. And so I did not give her to Ray the match. I feel so bad. But yeah, she was awesome. But then when I started to get more into wrestling, even like early on when I wasn't watching it regularly, Rey Mysterio was always probably like
hell yeah.
Ray and Eddie were my like favorite like rivals.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they were probably, and I really liked Jazz.
Oh yeah, she was amazing.
Jazz always just looked so intense and so fierce, and like I really wanted to like emulate her.
But I agree. She was so fierce, and so like you were scared of her. The guys were scared of her.
Yes, I loved that. I loved that. She had this presence of like, and anybody who came across her, like she was to be feared.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Tough fraud.
That's funny because Terry Taylor always says that.
Terry Taylor always says that, yeah.
Anyone in the female locker who's in locker, everybody respected Jazz, and she would legit fight dudes, like and fuck them up, like not even joking. She would manhandle them.
That's awesome.
Love it.
That is so cool. Ooh, I love this question. Big Money Matt is asking, do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Okay. I'm scared to have this answer and like not there. Okay, so I don't know what its name is, and you probably do. Like I said, I'm scared. I'm not as familiar with Pokemon. I'm so sorry to everyone from this channel because I know you love Pokemon, but I'm not as familiar with Pokemon. But I do know that there's a Corgi Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
one in existence.
Guys, what's his name?
It would definitely be that one. But second is probably the only other one that I know that's not like Pikachu, which is Squirtle.
Aww.
He's a little blue turtle. Like that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Sorry.
Oh, they're asking about your other dog, Pokemon team to use that?
My other dog is around here somewhere. He's probably sleeping.
Mhm.
He had surgery on his mouth
Oh.
2 days ago. My other dog is a Shar-Pei.
Oh.
His name is Hoovy, otherwise known as Juventud Guerrera, or otherwise known as the Juice.
The Juice.
So yeah, he just had one of his teeth cut out because it split somehow. Honestly, I have no idea how this dog does this.
Damn.
But yeah, he's that one just turned 4. This one behind me is 1. And they are complete and polar opposites of each other.
Aren't they always?
Yeah, this one is insane inside. Just runs around crazy. That one sleeps all the time inside. When we go outside, though, he's really calm and chill, and I think just like overwhelmed because the world is bigger than he is.
Oh.
And that one, I think just because he has so much skin, he can't really see, and he has no eardrums. They were taken out. He was a puppy. He can't hear anything. So when he smells something, he just acts like a crazy dog and just is running around, pulling me all over the place. So they're never well behaved at the same time.
Well, on the bright side, your favorite Pokemon is called Yamper. Yamper. Like hamper, but Yamper.
Oh, Yamper. I said I was wrong. Yamper. What do you think?
Yeah, there we go. Because we have lots of Pokemon expertise in my chat.
That's why I was nervous to answer that question. Because I feel like I am in the wrong chat room and not a Pokemon fan.
Hey, but you did know it though, so that's good.
Yeah, I knew that there was one.
There you
Because
go.
a bunch of people sent it to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as it came out, they were like, "Oh, look, they have a corgi Pokemon. You have a corgi, so." That's
Miss WrestleMania is asking, for your Ruby character, do you choose your own hair colors or is it chosen by someone else?
I choose myself. I choose my hair all the time. That's probably one of the reasons it changes so often because I can't make up my mind. I get bored easily with my hair, which is again probably one of the reasons it is not the healthiest thing in the world.
I love this color though, the green to the light green.
It's coming into the yellow was a complete accident, which is most of my hair colors. It's just an accident.
Yeah.
But I put a hot oil treatment on the end of my hair, and it ended up stripping most of the color, and I didn't have any green left. I had some yellow because my green used to pull really blue.
Yeah.
So when I would wash it, it would just turn teal, and I hated it. So I would put yellow in it to balance out and like counteract the blue.
Yeah.
Well, all I have is yellow, so I just slapped it on the end of my hair.
I think it looks great. I love it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Most of my hair, to answer your question, yes. All I have.
And Kev Moore is asking, do you have a dream match?
One more time?
Do you have a dream match?
A dream match. Is it with somebody who is retired or somebody who is current? Or
I think anyone. If it's like in your dreams, like technically.
Probably, honestly, like a dream match for me would definitely be like a lot of the women that I kind of came up with. Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, and Candice LeRae, probably like a 4-woman, like we all kind of came up together, and to have that match, on a high caliber like WWE would definitely would be I think very sentimental to me.
Yeah.
And then a dream match with somebody who is, I guess, retired would probably definitely be Jazz.
Jazz, hell yeah.
Or Molly Holly. Molly Holly's awesome too.
Yeah.
I love her, and she's very nice lady, very very nice. And I don't think she knows how good she is.
Agreed.
Like she's very humble but she's awesome. Like I'm like, do you know who you are? You know who you are, right? I know who you are. You're awesome.
That's so sweet. So I'm gonna have Izzy coming in right here. She got to talk to Liv last time.
Hi.
Do you see her?
How are you? Sweet chair.
Oh, there she goes. Izzy, can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hi, darling. How are you? That's a cool sweatshirt you got right there.
What?
Where do you get that sweatshirt from?
Oh, yeah. I got it. Sorry, I have to mute this. I have the stream up there. I got it from Forever 21. I think I got it a really long time ago.
Good. That's a good sweatshirt right there. I like
Yeah, I put it on because it reminded me of you.
Oh, stop. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. So it was a very appropriate sweatshirt to wear. I love it, and I'm jealous that you got this sweatshirt.
Yay.
What do you think, Izzy? What are your questions?
Yeah.
Hit me, girl.
I have them on here. So, one of my questions was, how do you like having green hair? Because I know you had red hair before. Like red.
Having green hair?
Yeah.
Okay, green hair is easier than red hair. I liked having red hair, but it is much easier. I think it doesn't, when it fades, it doesn't fade so fast. Red, for some reason, just doesn't like to stay in my hair, and I was redoing that stuff over and over and over and over again. So I like green, and green is just more fun, I think. It's less common. People can spot me from across the room. They just have to see the green head. So yeah, and I have this thing where whenever I dye my hair, I match whatever, like my shoes a lot of times. Lena's seen it. Like, like my clothes, a lot of stuff is green or yellow these days. My bedspread, clearly yellow. So every time I change my hair, it gives me an opportunity to just redo my entire wardrobe.
Yeah.
Should I ask another question?
Yeah, you get 3, Izzy.
Okay. What has been your favorite match that you've done with the Riott squad?
With the Riott squad. Ooh, easy answer. That one's easy. Evolution was by far our favorite match that we had. It meant the most. It was emotional. I think that was when, like, the Riott squad, like Sarah, Lim, and I were, like, at our peak. We were firing on all cylinders. We were just like a well-oiled machine, and we were honored to be able to have a match on that card with such talented, amazing women. So Evolution was by far our favorite, because we came to the back and just cried, and like those moments are stuff that like you can't even dream of. So it was very cool to do that, and to do that with my best friends. So, yeah.
I loved your guys' outfits.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I was so happy people knew who I was, because I was concerned about that. Like, Sarah's was very obvious. Liv's was very, very obvious. Like, so I was worried about mine, because I didn't want to paint giant circles for Jigsaw, like giant circles on my face. So I just did the little ones, and for the most part, like, I just thought people thought I was just in formal wear, because I was like wearing that little bow tie thing. I thought people were just gonna be like, she's just in a suit. So these other two are horror movie characters, but Ruby's just in a tuxedo for some reason. I was happy that people knew who I was.